Hello, welcome to this message for our youth group. We are the Hispanic Presbyterian Church of Paterson, New Jersey. I am Maria Santa, the lay pastor, and we welcome you to this message for Sunday, April 18th of the year 2021. So today, I want to share with you some of the questions that people have asked me along this difficult year that we have lived through. What a year has this one been? We continue to refer to this year as a year that has tested everything that we are, everything that we believe, and all that we knew to be normal. And it continues. So throughout the year, I've had many conversations with different people, youth, older, younger, and these are some of the questions. When will this pandemic end? Why has racism been unleashed? What is the purpose behind this global crisis? Why does God allow all of this to happen? Those are just four of the many questions that I have had from people in many conversations that I've had throughout the year. And I wish I could answer them all for you today. Those are difficult questions. And we sometimes cannot find answers that will satisfy us to those questions that we have that we want to be able to resolve and to find an answer to. It is quite possible that today you have questions of your own, that you are at home asking about why am I going through this situation with my family? Why is this happening to my brother? Why is this happening with my parents? Why am I struggling with myself? And you possibly don't have an answer to those questions either. And as Christians, we believe in the higher power of God. But it's not easy. Sometimes doubt comes into our mind. Sometimes our heart feels burdened by the fact that we don't have answers, by the fact that we may lose hope sometimes. And today, I want to share with you a little insight into the story of one of the apostles, the Apostle Paul. Paul is known as the father of the Christian faith, a man that had tremendous experiences with God. Jesus appeared to him and spoke to him in a way that Paul could hear him with his own ears. So Paul had experiences that allowed him to see that Jesus was real and that his power was true. But this man, even though he had all these experiences that transformed him and changed his life, had questions and had issues that were not resolved for him. And like this year has been so tough, Paul's life was tough too. And like in this year we have had God, we have felt that God maybe has kept silent this year. We have been searching to hear his voice. In the same manner, Paul searched to hear Jesus' voice to help him solve a problem that he had. And so Paul had an ailment. There was something that Paul described as a thorn on his side, something that bothered him all the time. And the Bible doesn't tell us if it was a physical pain, an illness that he had, or if it was an emotional pain that he was carrying, or a spiritual burden that he has. But we know that as strong as Paul was, and as faithful as he was to God, and as strong as a believer as he was, he still struggled with something that he couldn't control. And it made him weak. And we don't like to be weak. We don't like our weaknesses. I will tell you that When I used to work as an assistant superintendent and I had to interview people to hire them for a job, and I asked them, what would you say is a weakness that you have? That was the question that people struggled with the most, because we don't want to recognize our weaknesses. We want to hide them. We don't want to admit them. But guess what? Jesus tells us that that thorn in our side, that weakness, that thing about us that we have no control over and that we struggle with, is something he can use to make us stronger and to make his light shine through that. So just like Paul, who was struggling with this pain that he doesn't describe, but that was causing him such anguish and discomfort. If today you are struggling with something like that, know that God can use that to turn it into a strength and to show his favor to you. God can use that thorn on your side if you allow him to. Sometimes the choice is ours. Actually, all the time, the choice is ours. We can choose to walk through life carrying our emotional pain, carrying our doubts, carrying our weaknesses all by ourselves, and continue to struggle with it and continue to feel burdened by it, and maybe even become angry because of it. Or we can choose to go before God and pray and ask him to help us and give us the strength to live our life with that thorn on our side. Sometimes God keeps quiet. He keeps silent. And that is already an answer. He's been silent, we think, throughout this year of such pain and loss in the world. And all those questions swirl in our minds. Why is God allowing all of this? And we don't hear an answer. But I can tell you that his light is shining upon this planet, that he is working behind this which he has created, because the Creator never abandons his creation. He's working through that thorn on your side. He's there just waiting for you to come and say, I want to be like Paul. Maybe, Lord, you don't want to eliminate this problem from my life. Allow me to understand that and give me the strength to carry on and walk through it. He won't leave you by yourself to deal with it, because God has a way of placing the people that you need in your life to help you through it. We are expecting to hear God's voice and to see his presence, because we want to see with our own eyes in order to believe. But the way he works is by placing in your life the people that can help you through it. That friend that talks to you, that parent that hugs you when you need it the most, that person that calls you to say, I was thinking about you, that person that prays for you and with you. So through all of this, God could be silent, but that doesn't mean he's not working. He is at work in your life and in this world. We just have to believe. And I will leave you with some of the words that Paul reminds us, so that we can use them as an anchor when we feel we are sinking. And Paul tells us, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Those words are not a declaration of strength. Oh, I'm strong because I am a Jesus follower. No, they're a declaration of weakness. I am weak. Therefore, I need the strength that Jesus can offer me. God bless you today. Seek the strength that is above you, around you, beside you. It's invisible because it lives inside of you. God bless you today. And until we see each other again, may He keep you and strengthens you while you walk in the palm of His hand.